Hello and welcome. So today we're gonna prepare our last dashboard of this workshop. So it is the financial analysis, and we're gonna see how we can prepare the financial analysis in the Power BI using the business intelligence tool, and we're gonna see some further functions, and some other information available to get the insights. Let's see our task. On your front, we have a canvas. It has a four buttons. Import from an Excel. We have seen it in our introduction phase as well. So let's go. At the home tab, we have a get data option. So as I click here, we have a web connection available. So we're going to prepare our financial analysis from the web, the live data available on the web. It is asking to enter the URL. Let's go to the web. So yes, on the web, I have opened the financial income statement of Microsoft. It shows a macrotrend.net. I will be sharing the link as well. We can copy it and then paste in the Power BI desktop. Control V. So now it will be opening the link and will be establishing the relationship. Connection, it will be creating a connection between the web data and our Power BI desktop. If there are some bugs in a website or in a link, it will be tell us using an alarming situation. But certainly, you know that the live data is already been updated, so it will not be asking for the bugs as well. So at the front, you got a navigation pane. It is loading. See on the left hand side at the top, display options. Yes, it says only select items enable data preview. Yes, we want to see the data preview. So it says preview is disabled. I want to see the preview of my selected data. Yes, here you can see cancel refreshing, etc. I want to get my data refreshed as it says suggested table 1. Yes, in the front of us we can see the table 1 available. It has made the data in the table form. At below, it has made the data in the HTML code form available. Yes, you can see the HTML code form of our connected data and the display data text. So it had made a table as a folder. You can see a folder icon. I can close, I can open that folder. Yes, my table 1. I need to connect that. If I click on the table view, you can see the data in the front of you as a table connection. Next, it has a web connection available. So yes, this was the web connection. This was the data which we're going to import in our Power BI desktop. So yes, I'm going to select my table. Let me checkbox it. Yes. Now my table have been selected. Add up below, see, load, transform data, and the cancel it. If I click on the load, let us see the situation available. So yes, it is loading our data. It says there are some pending changes and queries available. It says apply changes. Yes, it will be applying changes. It is loading our data and evaluating the type of data available. It will be suggesting that the data is text type, the numeric type, the date type, etc. This is the loading phase and the transforming phase of our data type. It says creating connection of model. Yes, we have learned in previously what is data modeling, how we can create the data models, etc. So now it is loaded. Says 22 rows have been loaded. Let us see the data and how we can perform some further analysis. Yes, our data tab, data pane have been appeared on the right hand side. It has shown the table icon and says that the data is imported. Yes, it has been imported. The date of today and the time have been shown here. As I click here, see column 1, column 2. We cannot see the which type of data is available. It has been shown as an unnamed column. Here are the three buttons. I can select a column, I can add a year, new quick media sector. There are some multiple options available, but from where I can see the type of data available, there's no option available. Column 1, I cannot identify which column it is. As I double click it, it says I can rename it, but I don't want to rename it yet. I haven't understand my data first. So this was a bad habit of a data analyst or a financial analyst to directly load our data without using some transformation. Here, the data pane, it says collapse, close, always shows in a pane switcher. Let me go back and see in the data view. As I go to the data view or the table view, you can see the column 1. We can understand that this is a column 1, the revenue, the columns, etc. But it is not organized. There are some dollar sign. It requires some query transformation as well. I can double click here. I can rename my column with the name, the names or dates which I can input it, and it will be updated side by side as I will be editing. But remember that we need to do a financial analysis. We need to do a DAX measure dynamic analysis expressions. We will be providing the instructions and will be using the formulas available in the Power BI to analyze our data. For this, we need to remove some of things such as the dollar sign. There are some blanks in our data. You can see other operating income or expenses are blanks. You can see other income is also blank. Income from discontinued operation is also blank. Some decimals. We will be looking this as well. There are two decimal places, some are three decimal places. So yes, it requires some transformation. We cannot transform a single cell here. See, I'm double clicking it. There's no result being shown. This will be used in a query section. Let me go, and here at the top, the column tool is available. You can rename the column. You can change the type of the data available. Certainly, it's a text. I have some multiple options. Whole number, decimal number, fixed decimal, date, time, etc. True, false, binary form, etc. But we cannot edit data in a cell. Second thing is formatting. Yes, I can change the format from text to multiple options, but what's the purpose? It is not updating the property, the unusual option available, sort by column, data groups, etc. New column. We can add a new column using a dash measure. See, there's no relationship view option available because there is a single table available in the front of us. Let me go to the model view or the relationship view and let us see the result. So see, there's nothing available. What we can do it. As a financial analyst, we have to show the data, we have to show the end user report or the dashboard to the end users, to the users of financial statements, such as the stakeholders, the organizations, the internal employees of the organization. They cannot understand the thing which we're going to show them. So for this, we need to transform our data. And for the transformation, we have a single tool available that is available in the Power BI as well as the Excel from starting from 2013 to forward version to the paid version 365 that is called Power Query. So here at the top, you can see under the Home tab, we have a queries group. It says refresh our data. Yes, if I click here, it will be refreshing as my table 1 has been connected to the online source. For this, we need to establish an internet connection, so there should be no break of queries between our refreshed data. See, it's already told that 22 rows have been refreshed. So next option is transform our data. So yes, I need to transform my data using the Power Query. As I click towards the drop down arrow, it says that use the Power Query editor to connect, to prepare and to transform the data. We need to connect our data. Yes, we connected our data to the Power BI using a connector. Next thing is to prepare. Yes, we need to prepare. For this, we need some transformation of our data, and that thing we can do in the Power Query. There's none other option available to edit our data. You have seen this in the table view as well. If I go to insert, there's no further option. Modeling view, same thing. The view group, the further group, optimization group. It says pause the visual, optimizing the reports, etc., adding slicer buttons, but there's no option of the Power Query. If I go to the table view, yes, you can see the options. This is the same home tab available. Again, there's a single option of the query transformation. If I click here, it says transform data or data source setting. So we don't want to change the setting of our source data connected from the online web series. So we need to use the transform data option available. So we're gonna click on the transform data to see what will happen next. After clicking on the transformation editor option, we get to see the query editor in the front of us. At the top it says the Power Query editor available. Yes, this is the query that is available in Excel as well. You will be performing the same functions here which are available same in Excel Power Query. So that for this you're gonna learn a lot for the both tools. At the right hand side you have the query settings. See at the top you have the closing option. I need not to close it. Under it say the properties, the name of the table. I can rename it as financial data, so you can type any name for the data available. As I click enter key, you can see it have been renamed urgently. Next, it says the properties, and here is small closing option. I can close and I can hide and hide here. Applied steps option, that is a very great thing available. It says yes, I have connected my data from the source. I have extracted my table from an HTML code. It has changed the HTML code to the data, to the table data, and now it says it has changed the type. Yes, it has changed the type of the data from HTML to the table. At the top here is effects, the formula bar. It says add a step in the effects. If I click here, it says I can add a step, I can add anything, but I don't want to add it. Is equal to, we will be looking this laterally. This is an advanced power query transformation, the M language transformation. We will be looking this in our comprehensive course. I'm gonna close it. Now see, it says table.transformation type. It has extracted the table from an HTML. The column 1 type text, I can change it to the numeric, etc. You can see the side by side, the query and structure would be changing side by side. So let us see the transformation first. Table 1, column 1, I'm gonna see it as income statement, and it is US dollars and the millions, because all the figures are in millions. Have been taken the column, enter. Now my second column and the third column the further. Let us go and see the dates available. Starting from 2023, the year, the month, and the date. Let me change it. 2023 06 and the date. Now see the transformation. I'm gonna do all of my columns like this. So yes, it has been manual option. We have no automatic option to change the column names. If I click here, you can see my 3-year result. It say rename columns. Yes, if I perform a single step twice, thrice or multiple times, it will be shown a single time. If I change anything here, then it will be shown another cell, another thing under the apply steps name. My column 5, it is 2020 dash 06 dash the 30 date. Now I have been transformed my 4 dates. Let us see here 2023, 2022, 2021, and the 2020. Yes, my dates have been transformed. I will be selecting my last column and I will be deleting that. Yes, I got my 4-year result in front of me, and see it says removed columns. Yes, I have removed columns. So we are performing the query transformation. See here it says table dot remove column. My recent step was removing a column. We have renamed the columns. Column 6 and 7 have been removed. I'll be clicking on my first column, right click from my mouse, and it says unpivot columns, unpivot other columns, unpivot selected columns. Yes, in a Power Query, in a Power BI desktop, there is no pivot table option available. By default, our data being loaded in the Power Query or the Power BI desktop has already been chosen using the Power Pivot table forms, that the power pivot tables we prepared in Excel manually. Here it have been automatically added our data. So we're gonna see all of these things further. If I click on unpivot only selected column option, so see it duplicates all of these things, and we are looking in unarranged information. We cannot understand what thing it is. So let me remove my cell, my option. Let me go back, right click again, And let's see unpivot other columns. If I click here, see my attribute, my dates is stable. See my revenue, my cost of sales, gross profit, etc. All of these things have been shown it. Let me cross it and we're gonna see another option available. Unpivot columns. It have been shown the same result. Let me cross it. See, there are multiple options to see our data transformation, and on a single cross rotate, we go back to the undo option available. Similarly, we do Control Z in our keyboard and pivot other columns. So yes, we got our result. Now attribute gonna be rename it as the dates. Yes, enter dates, my rename, have values, the text values, etc. Can see it, the Power Query transformation side by side. So I have renamed that attribute column to the dates. My date format is ABC, the text as usual. So here are two types of the dates format available. It's a dates and the date and time. If I go and see at the top, is there any option available to change the type? Yes, there is a data type under the transform group. It says text. There is a date option available. Both perform the same function, and we're gonna see how we can do the further things. And under the transform group it have made a transform group into the tab as well. Formatting, you can see the lowercase, uppercase, capitalization, trimming, etc. Many things have been available. You can see the date and time column says we want which thing, the date only, the time, etc. And multiple options available. Here the date, I'm gonna click it. See the date icon have been shown as a calendar icon. My dates have been formatted. So now it have been changed to the date, to the month. You can see the month, date and the year. All of things have been formatted. Next, the values. See here have been dollar sign available. I have two things to do it. One thing, selecting a column, I click from my mouse pad and see here. It says replace values, replace errors. I can replace my values. So this thing have been shown similar in Excel using the find and go to option. Remember that that thing was available in the home tab up. So yes, value to find the dollar sign, replace it with blank. I can see it. See, it has removed the dollar sign. Let me see it. Yes, it has removed the dollar sign. The further replacement. Right click, replace values. It's gonna replace dash with zeros. I'm gonna see it because see here other operating income or expenses are blanks. We're gonna see it. So see my dashes have been replaced with the zeros. Now you see here we have performed some multiple transformation of our data. On the right hand side under the applied step heading, see we have replaced the values first, again replacing the value, change the type, renaming the columns and the multiple options available. So we're gonna see it if we haven't done anything left, if we have performed anything wrong. See there's no negative sign available now. If I cross this, my blanks have been shown again. Now you see it have been shown again. My blanks, my other income is blank. My other, you can say the other operating and income expenses are also blank. At the top, changing the type of the data, I can change to the decimal number, to the percentage, etc. And if I click here, now you see it has shown the errors, because there were some blanks, there were some negative things, or you can see the previously we have changed the negative sign, the dashes, to the zeros. And yes, that thing have been changed to the error. At the top we have a red line with the bar. If I click here to the red bar, it says values 12 to 13% are errors. It says remove the errors. Yes, we can remove the errors. It has removed the errors. It has filtered the rows. See, we cannot see things which have been removed. My other income have been removed. The other income or expenses heading have been removed. See, it has filtered my rows, and my now values have been shown correctly and accurately. We can see some further transformation as well. Now let me us see the further options available to remove the errors. Let me cross it. See, our errors are back in action. So yes, we can see there's a red bar in the front of us under the 1.2, the data type. So yes, at the top you can see that we have a home tab, and here we have a group in the front of us. It says reduce rows, etc., keep rows, remove columns, and we can see further as I right click from my mouse. I have an option of remove errors that will be removing the errors as previously we have seen it. Next, we have a replace errors option available. If I click here, it says replace the error with which the values. Yes, if I type 0, yes, what we'll be doing, it will be removing the errors to the 0. Now you see all my errors, income from discontinued operations, other income have been removed. The errors have been removed to the zeros, replaced it, and our column have been accurately formatted. 1.2, the decimal type of the values have been correctly formatted. We have done the Power Query transformation. We have seen the date formatting, the multiple options available. We have understand that the Power Query transformation, how the Power Query editor works. Here is the transformation group. Here we have again an option. It says replace values. If I click under the replace error option, says replace error. This is a similar thing we have done before. Crossing it out. Yes, see here is equal to table dot replace error values, and the values have been replaced to the 0. The formula bar, the mQuery language have been shown in the front of us. So in this session we have learned a lot about the Power Query and the online connection of our data. Thanks for watching it.